check in at Welcome Home. One of my favorite places to be is in the kitchen with John Rivers of Four Rivers Smokehouse. Thanks so much for being here with us, John.
My pleasure.
It is so much fun to be in the kitchen because this is where we like for our families to gather. You obviously have been tremendously successful with the smokehouse, but now with the coop, which is for down-home Southern cooking, you're sharing with us today a recipe that we can fix at home.
Yes.
Is that
yes,
true? Can we really do this?
Absolutely.
All right, walk us through it.
The coop is all about just home comfort foods and things to bring the family around together. It's things that the dishes that you remember too for years.
Right.
So one of my favorites growing up, and one of the most popular in the South, is chicken and biscuits. So I'm going to show you a shortcut today to how to make chicken and biscuits at home, so you don't have to make the dough and make the chicken and everything else.
But you do make the dough at the coop.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, homemade
absolutely.
dough.
Everything that the chicken is brined for 48 hours.
Oh my goodness.
But we're going to make it simple.
Okay.
Make it simple for folks at home. So
all right.
Let's start with the maple drizzle. Now what we have in here is we use a little bit of bourbon, and we put about a half a cup of bourbon in, and we reduce it by half. And that
so
makes
the alcohol's all
the
gone.
alcohol's gone, and you get that strong flavor of bourbon. Then I use a little bit of maple syrup. Okay. And then we're going to add to it brown sugar.
And how much brown sugar is this?
That's another. That looks like about a cup there.
Okay. About a cup of brown sugar.
There we go. And whisk that now.
Oh, whisk it.
And we're going to let that just kind of incorporate and come down. So now, as that is going, I'm going to take, now you can make flour, which we do for our biscuits, or I bought just a tube at the grocery store, and I'm going to flatten these out, and I'm going to use these. Now, a couple of tricks whenever you're dealing with flour. Now, make sure you have plenty of flour on your hands for the dough so that it doesn't stick. And another thing you can do too is actually take that flour and put it on the rolling pin.
That is a serious rolling pin, John. Where in the world do we get a rolling pin like that? That is obviously industrial strength.
I feel like I need like a massive amount of dough here to work with. Okay.
That little tiny biscuit and this big, big rolling pin.
Yes, it's very intimidated.
You know what I use at home? Can I be embarrassed? Well, I embarrass myself if I tell you I use a glass.
No, that works fine.
Okay,
just be careful not to put too much pressure on it.
Right.
But that's actually an old Paula Deen trick. I've seen her do that.
Okay.
Right, so I'm just rolling this out flat. Okay. Now, a typical chicken and biscuit is a great big biscuit, but this is an easy way to serve it at parties.
Oh, okay, good.
So we're going to take it. Let's square it off first. Okay.
And if you don't have one of those fancy schmancy things, we can use a knife,
You can use just a nice ordinary knife, and actually it might even cut better than this.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want is a nice strip. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that into a strip, and I'm going to roll my chicken around this and actually bake the chicken in it. Now, I want flavor from this wonderful drizzle that we made.
Okay, is it the brush?
Yes, to be inside of it. So I'm going to take some of it. Okay. And just touch it on the inside.
Nice.
Now, you can go to any chicken place and get some nuggets, chicken nuggets, or you can make them at home.
Well, they actually sell them in the freezer department. I know you don't know about that, but there are chicken nuggets that my grandchildren eat out of a bag in the freezer, so they might be okay with that.
I think so, too.
I know that's not going to happen at the coop, but it's going to happen at my house.
And it makes it easy.
Thank you.
It makes it easy. You're going to get so much of your flavor actually from your drizzle here. Now, we're going to bake this at 350. It only takes like maybe 15 minutes or so. And whenever you bake something, you want to get that nice brown on the top.
Yes, we do.
Put a little bit of butter.
Or a lot of butter. Love me some butter. Is that real butter?
Yes.
Okay, because I hear that butter is actually better for you than margarine. You think that's true?
I'm always a fan of anything that's natural.
Okay.
That hasn't been, the way that God made it typically was
That's right. There's a reason for that. That's for sure.
So we're going to take these and we're going to put them in. Once you roll a number of them.
Oh, me?
No.
Oh, you're talking about just one
our
rolls a number.
home users.
Okay.
Okay. And they're going to come out. And you see how nice and neat they are.
Oh, yes.
This is actually a very hot pan.
Yeah, we could have used a pot holder.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Welcome home. Our next thing that we need to buy, pot holders. Okay.
There we go.
It's a new kitchen, John. I'm sorry we don't have it just like we need to have it yet, but we will. Those are lovely. So a little more of the reduction sauce.
Just a little more of the drizzle and, get that nice sweet flavor to it.
Yes.
And, see how nice and neat this is? You can certainly do a great big one if you want a traditional chicken and biscuit, but serving this in a party on a platter, it's easy for people to pick up and enjoy it, and they still get all the wonderful flavors. Now, I like to accompany my chicken and biscuits with a little bit of sweet pickles.
Okay.
I think that goes so well with it. you know, a little bit of a garnish to it.
Very nice.
Make it nice and pretty.
Uh-huh.
And you are good to go for our party.
Well, should we actually try some of this today?
I think we
How
should.
do you feel about trying it?
I feel pretty good.
All right, let's have at it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers indeed.
John Rivers, loving this. So good. Good for our families. Good to do it together in the kitchen. These are actually yummy, and they're not even homemade nuggets, right?
It's amazing what that little bit of sugar and brown sugar does for that. Oh,
And the
yeah,
pickle
try the
taste
pickle.
as
Yeah,
well?
try the pickle.
See how it goes.
Yep. All these cameramen are going to be upset. We're eating all the chicken and biscuits. Wonderful.
I can't imagine anything more fun to do with your family and good and semi-healthy, right? We are about health as well.
Yes.
These are all natural ingredients, so appreciate you being here with us today. As always, we love having our John Rivers Smokehouse, Four Rivers Smokehouse with us, as well as the Coop. Speaking of the Coop, there's a wonderful cookbook, too, to be able to do some of these other recipes that you have as well that we need to make sure that our viewers know about. The Southern Cowboy Cookbook by John Rivers. So we so appreciate, again, you being here with us today, John. God bless.
Thank you, Bar. Always fun.